lungs and breathe for the child through the ambu bag.
Now, was there, I call it an AED machine. Did you guys have one of those?
We did.
What is that?
That is a machine that you put pads on, and it pretty much shocks the body to hopefully get a heartbeat going, or put the heart rate into a normal sinus rhythm, which is like a normal heartbeat.
Okay. And was that employed on Karter?
Yes.
And what happened?
The machine actually tells you if there is what they call a shockable rhythm. So it detects something that you're able to shock the heart. And it did say there was a shockable rhythm. And so we did we all cleared and shocked Karter.
Okay. And what happened after that?
His body was shocked, and then it kind of just went back flatline on the AED. There was no heartbeat.
Were there chest compressions?
We started back chest compressions, yes, sir.
Okay. And I think some of your coworkers called 911, correct?
Yes.
So at some point, did EMS arrive?
Yes.
Okay. And what happened once they got there?
Once they got there, we got Karter on the gurney. Chest compressions were being performed as he was being taken out of the building all the way into the ambulance.
Okay. And what did you, so did the ambulance take him somewhere else?
No, they stayed in the parking lot for a little bit. I believe they were trying to get an IO on him because we couldn't get
What is that?
An IO actually goes into the bone, and it's another way that he can get fluids or life-saving
So it's a different kind of IV?
solutions. Correct.
Okay, okay. And were they, so the EMS is still there trying to do that. At some point, did they leave? Do you see them leave? Do you know?
I don't think I saw them leave. Like, I didn't visualize them leaving.
Okay. And when EMS had Karter, what were you doing?
I stayed outside with the gentleman that brought him in, just kind of consulting him, and I believe I asked where Mom was, and he was saying like 5 minutes away, but I kind of just stood out there in the parking lot for a little bit.
Okay, did Mom ever show up? Was he on the phone at all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, did you overhear anything?
I did hear the
Of course,
gentleman.
Carol, please, I would object to that. I mean, that's blatant hearsay.
Well, it's a statement by a co-conspirator.
The objection overruled.
What did you hear him say?
I heard the gentleman tell Mom on the phone, I should have brought him in last night when you told me to.
Okay. And
You had stated on this document that you wrote that it was around 8:47 that particular morning. Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir.
And that's when Mr. Benton brought the child in. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
The whole time that Mr. Benton was with the child, was he on FaceTime with Miss Davis?
I knew that he was on the phone with her, but I didn't know it was FaceTime.
Okay, but they were talking to each other.
Yes, sir.
It was sort of real frantic.
Yes.
Everything was real frantic. And the child was taken to room 4 where you started doing some work on him, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice any bruises on his body?
I did not.
Did you notice any blood?
Mm-mm.
And the concern was he was brought in first. He may be having some sort of asthma attack, is that right?
I think we knew that was his history, and so we were just thinking it was respiratory issues,
Right.
not knowing the whole story.
Okay. But you didn't notice anything on his body that would indicate any sort of injury?
No, sir.
Was the child wearing a diaper when he was brought in?
He had on a pull-up and a t-shirt.
Okay.
That's all.
And in the pull-up, was there any urine in the pull-up that you know of?
I don't recall.
Was there any sort of bowel movement?
Not that I know of.
Nothing you know of. just second shot.
Okay.
Well, when you performed the autopsy, I mean, did you find any of those bruises or scrapes on any of his extremities?
Well, not on the extremities, it was mostly on his mouth and his abdomen.
Okay, so what, in your opinion, was the cause of death?
It was a blood force trauma of the abdomen and the liver.
Okay. And was that laceration of the liver?
Correct.
Blunt force
Mhm.
impact?
Correct.
Laceration of the liver?
Correct.
Okay. And what was the manner?
The manner of death we determined to be homicide.
Okay. So you said that you based this on kind of the information that you gathered plus the autopsy, whatever you find in the
Right.
autopsy. Is this a scenario where it could be an accident?
In this case, no.
Okay, why do you say that?
These injuries are ones that it doesn't support an accident. If a lacerated liver is something I see like a car accident. Lacerated liver is serious. I mean, that's a major injury. And the story that we were told, or the information we were provided, didn't indicate that this child had been in any kind of situation where he would get an injury to his liver that devastating.
And you say it's a major injury, and I think you kind of put it in the context of a car accident.
That's
Are you referring kind of to the force that's needed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. How much force do you think is needed to lacerate the liver?
Well, it would take a significant amount because the liver is somewhat protected by the abdomen, so you've got to put some force onto that.
So let me ask you this. So it took a while for this report to be generated, right? Your autopsy report.
It takes a little while, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think this one probably took longer than normal.
Well, we had to wait for toxicology results, and we had to
Okay.
wait for histology results,
Okay.
which is looking at tissue under the microscope.
Okay. And so, I think, were you able to determine the time of death?
No.
Or, excuse me, let me rephrase that. A time for when the injury occurred.
I can't give you it wasn't days. It was probably hours.
Well, and that's what I'm referring to. So, do you recall a number of months later that there was a meeting with some people where you guys went over it and
Well, I
discussed
went over with the chief there.
With the chief.
The chief medical examiner. His name is Jonathan Eisenstadt.
Now in your report, or there was some talk about this child, that the injuries could have occurred anywhere from within 24 hours to 72 hours prior to the child's demise. Is that correct?
And that was in my report.
Well, I mean, do you recall Dr. Eisenstadt telling you that was?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay at this point.
I don't think Dr. Eisenstadt's conclusions can come in. You can ask this witness if he reached that conclusion or not.
All right. Well, did you reach that conclusion that it was within 24 to 72 hours?
No, I didn't put time on it.
You didn't put a time on it?
I mean, it was recent, but it was not. I can't tell you how many hours.
I mean, could it have been an hour before the child's death?
Doubtful.
Okay. Could it have been a week before?
No, because some of the injuries would have healed.
They were.
Some of the injuries would have been in the process of healing. So we wouldn't have seen all the injury that we saw.
Or a problem with determining the death of someone that you would meet with, you would have a meeting of some sort?
Well, every case we get initial investigative information. If there are questions, law enforcement may reach out to us or we may reach out to them. So yes, there are times where we would either meet with the coroner, sheriff, district attorney, law enforcement.
All right. And in this particular case, once again, there was a meeting of some sort between your office and the district attorney's office for Houston County and the sheriff's department. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that was several months after the death of the child.
Yes, sir.
Do you recall when that meeting was? Was it September?
I honestly have no idea.
But nonetheless, you conducted a Zoom meeting, and the audio tape of that meeting was provided to defense counsel. Are you aware of that?
I assumed it was because it was provided to me, so,
All right.
yeah.
And it was about a 30-minute meeting, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. And, during this meeting, with you being the director, you were in charge of the meeting. Is that a fair statement?
That's fair.
And Dr. Brown participated in this meeting, is that right?
That's correct.
As well as other forensic pathologists in your office, is that correct?
So you're probably thinking of Elizabeth
Right.
Andrews. She's not a forensic pathologist. She is, at the time, I don't think she's with the GBI anymore. At the time, she was, we have a unit called CAISC, C-A-I-S-C. It's a Child Abuse Investigative Support Center, and she was an investigator in that group. So basically, she was out, the GBI medical examiner's investigator for childhood deaths.
All right. Yeah. But anyway, she was part of this meeting, and I take it that our current district attorney, Eric Edwards, was part of that meeting. He was an assistant DA at that time. Are you familiar with Mr. Edwards?
I am from that time. I didn't know he had changed
Okay.
positions.
But at some point in time, the decision was made, was it not, that the autopsy report should be completed and that it should be determined to be a blunt force trauma. Is that right?
Correct. I think the blunt force trauma was already determined. It was the manner of death that we were.
The manner of death.
Yeah, the manner of death is what we were really discussing.
Okay, and that could have been, you say that could have either been a homicide or that could even be undetermined or not.
It could.
And it's my understanding from listening to this audio of your Zoom meeting that the decision was made that Dr. Brown would sign off on the autopsy report. Is that right?
Yes, he's the one who performed it, so he would sign off on it.
Okay.
I signed out for a number of months.
Okay. And as far as you mentioned to us before that you anticipated that the whatever injury sustained by the child was 24 to 72 hours prior. Is that correct?
Yes, prior to the time the child was pronounced dead.
Okay. Could it have been more than 72 hours?
Well, we don't have that yellow discoloration, the hemosiderin, and that becomes apparent at around 72 hours. And there's no, what we call macrophages, which are those chronic inflammatory cells. So to me, I mean, maybe 73 hours, but nothing dramatic.
Could it have been, instead of 72 hours, could it have been 24 hours before then?
I don't believe so. I don't believe we have the cellular changes that would have taken it out another 24 hours.
Okay. And as far as you say it was between 24 and 72 hours, could it have been sooner than 24 hours?
So,
In other words, could the injuries have occurred within 6 hours of the child dying?
right, no, I understand. And I don't believe so because, again, of the cellular changes. And there are actually articles within the forensic pathology, actually hospital pathology literature as well, that dates the changes or dates the injuries via the changes under the microscope. And I actually pulled out one of those articles again when I was reviewing this case back years ago at the GBI, and the cellular changes are between that 24 and 72 hours.
And that's a determination that you made and not Dr. Brown.
I know I made that. I don't know if Dr. Brown made that or not.
Just saying, John. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Just wait for you, if I may. And so in this meeting, you kind of reviewed everything. You guys had toxicology reports at this point, didn't you?
Oh, everything, yes.
Okay. Did that influence at all your decision as far as the timing of the death, or, I mean, was there anything in the toxicology?
I don't believe so. I haven't looked at the toxicology in a while, but the toxicology, obviously with it not being in the cause of death or even the contributing cause of death, it played no role. If it was positive, it played no role.
Now, this is a lacerated liver injury, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of pain would one experience with that?
That's why it would be very painful, and it's because the cover, anyone who's had like a ruptured appendix or has had an appendicitis or like diverticulitis, the reason they go to the doctor is because they're uncomfortable or in pain, and the pain is because you get stretching of the outer surface of it. So the liver has the same covering on the outer surface, and so when you cut that, it's painful, and that fits with the stories that we were told that the child had been complaining of belly pain. I believe it was for a few days.
This is a record, it's identified. Do you know Karter Ambrose?
Yeah, he's my grandson.
He's your grandson?
Great-grandson.
Great-grandson?
Yeah.
And if you turn around and if you could look at the screen,
That's him.
that's him? Now, I know it's been a while, but do you remember 2020, November 2020 at all?
No, I don't.
Okay. Do you remember when Karter died?
Not the exact date. No.
Okay. But does fall 2020 sound right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember him being at your house at all during that time?
Yes, he was at my hospital that Saturday before, previous Saturday before.
Okay.
Saturday or Sunday. He was at my house that weekend.
Okay, okay. You don't remember if it was Saturday, Sunday?
Right.
Okay. And who was he with?
Yeah.
Was it just the three of you?
Excuse me.
Was it just the three of you at the house?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what time they got there?
Not really.
Okay. You recall how long they stayed?
A couple hours.
A couple hours. Did Kianna cook dinner or something for you?
Didn't say.
Okay.
I think she brought lunch for him.
Okay. And what was going on? Was everybody just hanging out?
Yeah.
Hanging out? What was Karter doing?
What 2-year-old?
What was that?
Playing.
He's playing,
That's good.
running around.
Just running around being a 2-year-old.
Did he seem happy?
Seemed happy to me. He was always happy.
Did he seem like he had any kind of injuries or pain?
No.
And you don't remember what time they left?
After a couple of hours.
After a couple hours. Was he complaining about anything?
No.
Did he throw up at all?
No.
Nothing for later on.
Mr. Drew?
Thank you, Don. Well, Mr.
With Karter, would you be able to speak to him over the phone?
Yes, sir. Most of the times I would either FaceTime or talk to him on the phone.
Would you do it like once a day or multiple times? Or
Average once a day.
okay. Okay. That weekend, did you get to FaceTime him at all?
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you ask?
Yes, I did.
Who?
Miss Davis.
Okay. And she had Karter that weekend.
Yes, sir.
Right. What, did she talk to you at all that weekend?
We talked, I think it was Friday, when we realized that the payment was deducted from, when the payment was deducted from my paycheck. And after that, that was the last time we talked because you blocked my phone number.
She blocked your phone number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how did you figure out that she had blocked your phone number?
The calls wouldn't go through, text messages wouldn't go through, and this happened before, so I pretty much know how it is being blocked from.
Okay. How many times did you call and try to text?
I cannot recall.
Okay. Was she mad at you?
Yes, sir.
What was it about?
About overpaying on child support.
Okay. And the purpose of your calls or texts, were they just about the child support?
Before I was blocked,
So you said that you had texted her, or emailed, sorry. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at what time did you email?
At 10:43.
Okay, and she responded to you?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you please read to the jury what she responded to you?
Stop emailing me. You know you can't get or talk to Carter. Leave me TF alone. And that's the last time I'm going to tell you.
And that's the last time I'm going to tell you.
Yes, sir.
So this is Monday. Do you have any idea what's going on, where Carter is? Who asked?
No, sir.
Did you guys have any communication after that email on Monday?
No, sir.
Was there a phone call?
No, sir.
Did she call you about needing to get Carter?
Oh, yeah. So later on that night, she did call me. And I'm not too sure if it's a call or a text. I know we did talk later on that night
Okay.
for her saying that I need to take off of work the following day so I can keep Carter.
Okay. Did she tell you why?
She said that he's sick and he's been throwing up.
He's been throwing up. Did she tell you how much he's been throwing up?
No, sir.
Did she tell you if anything had happened to him?
No, sir.
Okay. And did you take work off and,
I did not.
okay. Why was that?
I didn't take off of work because I was pretty much begging to even see him, FaceTime him, and I would get no response. And even to the point of like, I would kind of like make concessions with him. Like, if you let me FaceTime him and see him, then I'll take off of work and I'll keep him. And those were going unanswered. And the only thing she told me was just that he's been throwing up and he's sick. I need to take off of work.
You wish that you had?
I did.
Was that the end of your communication with her for the time being?
We talked Tuesday morning when
Okay.
I was already at my part-time job, and that's when she told me that Carter's being rushed to the emergency room now. I need to get back.
Okay. You remember what time that was?
It was in the morning time. I would say approximately 8 or 9.
Okay. Did she say what was wrong with him?
No, she just said that he's being rushed to the hospital. She didn't say what was wrong.
Okay. And he was being rushed to the hospital.
But did you look for or find anything or photograph or collect anything that would indicate that it could possibly be used as a weapon against somebody?
Well, I do the search, a complete search, and if I come across anything with a stain, anything that can lead me to suspect anything, it will be collected.
Okay, but you didn't collect anything though.
No,
with that
no,
issue.
sir.
Did you collect, or did you see or collect anything that, based on your years of experience, knew to be blood?
Well, the stains, some of the stains are kind of represent kind of
Yeah.
pinkish color. Could be light discolored blood. It also could be as well. Yeah, some of them, because it was kind of pinkish. So I mean, I cannot tell you 100%. We didn't do any testing of blood, but
Okay.
it kind of represent similar stains of blood that I've collected in the past.
But you just collected, you didn't do any analyzing of anything.
No, sir.
So you don't know what the results of any of that are.
No, sir.
Could you tell from your search and collection as to whether or not there was any evidence inside the apartment of a struggle of some sort?
No, sir. Things were not normal where it's supposed to be, but not like
Okay.
Let's say in a stroke situation, no, sir.
All right. I mean, you've been to crime scenes as not investigator where you've went into rooms where there's furniture upended and trash all over the place and windows broken and stuff like that. Nothing.
No, sir.
Thank you, John. I have nothing further for the investigator. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ms. Holland?
Investigator, just a few more questions about the stains. You described them as being pinkish in color.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in your experience, you have seen a lot of stains, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Does pinkish in color necessarily have to mean blood?
Some of them kind of light color, but it do reflect possible being blood stains.
Could it be something like vomit?
Yes, ma'am.
Could it be something like juice?
Yeah, could be.
So a pinkish stain wouldn't necessarily mean it's blood?
Not until we tested it. Through our experience, we kind of determine certain stains, but I mean, until it's been tested.
You yourself, just to clarify, don't do the testing, it's sent to the GBI for testing.
Yeah, I submit everything so they can submit it to the GBI. I don't know if they did, but.
Thank you, investigator.
Real quick, Your Honor, please. Real quick.
Yep.
Once again, investigator, you've had the occasion, have you not, to do crime scene investigations where there's been blood spatter on the walls, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
There wasn't any blood spatter anywhere in this house?
No, sir. No, I can see.
Did you ask for consent to search prior to searching?
I did.
Okay. And who did you get consent from?
From both Ms. Davis and Mr. Benton.
And did you actually go in the apartment?
I did.
What do you remember observing when you went in the apartment?
I remember some stains on the floor in the living room, either spill or throw up stains. I remember some medicine in the kitchen area on the counter. There was a nebulizer running in the back bedroom. In the child's room, there was a lot of throw-up stains on the bedding. And then in the bathroom, there was some water in the tub.
Okay. Was there a soiled diaper on the floor?
There was some
Now, you went through it, right, but somebody else actually documented the scene, correct?
That's correct.
And who was that person?
That was Juan Guerrero, one of speedy crime scene.
And he just testified, right?
Yes, sir.
And
Tell me when that started.
Friday, I'm getting my complete here. And he was complaining slightly about his stomach, but he said it once and didn't say anything else. So the next morning, Saturday morning, he woke up and he had this bump in his eye, on the side of his eye, and two under it. And he was just rubbing it, so I was just like, he's so used to having allergic reactions that I just thought it was another allergic reaction. So when he rubbed it, the eye swelled up, and I gave him some Benadryl, and he was taking Benadryl all day Saturday, every 6 hours, on that Sunday, every 6 hours. And then on Sunday, I cooked dinner. And he was happy, nothing was wrong. He ate, and then after he ate that night, I put him in bed, and he usually watches cars. And he said, "Mommy, my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts." And I said, "Okay, baby, just lay down." And that was Sunday night. He started throwing up. And it's not uncommon for him to do it. He's been to the doctor multiple times. But throwing it, just randomly just throwing it all over the place. So I didn't think anything of it when he started throwing up. That it was just a virus. I did what they always tell you to do, give him some Pediatrician, make him lay down. I went to work on Monday.
How many times you think you threw up?
Once on his little beanbag, on the floor, on the couch. We walked around the house for a little bit. I gave him a bath because he was all nasty, and then as soon as I gave him a bath, he threw up again. I just asked him if I could just go lay down, stop getting him juice. Gave him some Pedialyte, put him in the bed that night on Monday. He threw him in the bed, and that was a alarm because, like, whenever he threw up, he do it when he was awake, and so he never done it when he was sleeping. And I should have known.
You couldn't have known.
Monday night, I was in the room, and I saw him threw on himself, and so I picked him up, and I took his shirt off, and I put him in the other bed. He had 2 beds in his room. And when I moved him, he kind of whined like I was hurting him. And I said, "Are you okay?" He's not okay.
So,
To me, just when I woke him up. And then that was just the one time that day. He didn't say anything else that day about his stomach hurt. He said it that one time.
nothing on that during the day except when you woke him up.
Just when I woke him up, when his stomach hurts.
That was out of the 2.
No, that was Monday, because he was throwing up all day Monday. And then Tuesday morning, when I went in the room and I moved him, that's when he said it again. He said, "Mommy's stomach hurt," and he had said it twice.
Do you remember when was the first time you threw up like that?
I wasn't there. And that was one of the things because when I was at the floor, Kianna thought that he had just spilled his juice. Karter likes to take his top off his juice and throw it everywhere. And I got in the house and I said, "No, I said that's normal," because I could see the spit things in my floor. And I went and I tried to clean my carpet with the carpet cleaner. When I walked in the house, he was laying on the couch. And he was sleeping. And he had woke up when I walked in. And there was throws all over him. And that's when I went, gave him a bath because he was nasty. I gave him a bath. And it had just happened because the girl was fresh. I went and I gave him a bath. And then I put on his clothes. And I went in the kitchen, started dinner. And he was right here on my shoulder. And then all of a sudden he just started vomiting again. Just more and more vomiting in the kitchen.